Ekurhuleni Mayor Tanya Campbell is meeting Thembisa residents this morning. She's in fact concluded that meeting. It follows days of deadly protests in the area. Campbell has been slammed for not showing up a bit sooner. eNCA senior reporter Siphamandla Goge joins us with the latest. Siphamandla, Mayor Campbell has concluded. Are perhaps community members impressed with some of the things she said? Because I heard you a bit earlier on speaking to one resident who said they find it quite problematic that they have their rates and taxes combined with the electricity bill, but she's gone on to promise that they'll resolve that and it will now be separated, which will allow them to continue to have electricity while they sort out their rates and taxes.
Her speech has been received with mixed emotions. Some are happy, some are not happy. But let me not talk for the people of Thembisa. Let's hear from them. Baba, thank you very much for your time. The mayor has spoken. Are you happy?
The thing is that Thembisa is a peace-loving community, firstly. So, even though we're not happy, we're not getting back our 100 units, we're not getting back our liters. Ubegi proposal on the table. Ubegi proposal on the table. As the community is to implement now. But the truth of the matter is that it's not likely because it took people dying, it took Thembisa going in flames as in the community first place. So in terms of her leadership, it's not inspiring confidence that she's going to give us what she needs. But because we're a peace-loving community, we're going to give her that opportunity to try and prove that.
What is it that you would have liked her to address? What are the outstanding issues and things that she did not touch on?
One, abantu baqimele. There she said it will be investigated and they will try to sort it out with indigents and so forth. People will apply for that. But the fact of the matter is that abantu manje kunemizi la eThembisa one eMakhulong has not had electricity for the past 9 years. So if in truth Bokungasi fault administration then that's one of the issues that she should have tried to address in terms of how do you solve such issues in the community.
Let me just get a comment from you. I see you are really not happy. What is it that you are not happy about regarding the mayor's speech? What is it that she did not mention for you that you would have liked her to mention? Or is there anything positive you took out from her address?
Firstly, at the moment we cannot be able to say si happy. Ukukhuluma komuntu okuleadership kufana nokuthi usitshela amanga. We don't know if at all whatever that she said, how truthful it is, how uzofaka implementation. So all that we need to see ukuthi sifuna ukubona ukuthi simuphele chance ukuthi sibone ukuthi uzokwenza nalo kwasithembisa kona. At the moment, what the colleague has said or the member has just said now in terms of seeing other people burning electricity, we would like to see that happening ASAP, because as we speak abantu abanawo gas. So if she talks about close to 19 days, within that 19 days bona bazasota ama problems wabo, then where will be abantu basurvive kanjani?
Okay, sabonga kakhulu isikhathi sakho. Let me get wena yini ekujabulisile yini engakujabulisanga.
Ewe sizwile imeya ikhuluma ithi assista nge-indigent. Asinawuthetha kakhulu because asikakaboni uba bazoyenza lonto. Lokho kunganijabulisi ndiguge ndingaka ndiphethe 69 ndavuka ezinkubeni. Siphelile kudliwa apha eofisini yi-rent. Uthole bathi mhlawumbe ukolota 2020 rands uyibhatala. Next month mawuza uzobhatala. Kunalantu abathi carry forward la 2020 rand ubuyibhatele. I-carry forward kanjani ubuyibhatele? Hiyo le abasiqeda ngazo ingathi bangake basincede basibekele umuntu ozo-inspector la ma-statement wethu. Basigqiba ngala line esiyenzayo simele i-statement phaa ngoba sisaposwa bakwenzela same time bawuzawubhatala i-rent esi-statement. Uhluleka inyanga ibenye sebefaka 175.
Okay, mandicela ungisize ngegama nesibongo ma ungadili.
Umama Lehata Eunice.
Enkosi kakhulu, Mama Lihata. I see this gentleman here also wants to say something. Some people are happy and others are unhappy with the mayor's speech. Baba, wena ubukeka ungekho happy. What is it that umayor angayishongo bufuna isho? Okokuqala, let me ask you, are you happy or not happy? Ujabule noma cha?
No, ngeke ngisho ukuthi ngijabulile because lezinto ne azishoko izinto lapha ezingenziwa. Therefore makasuka la ahamba i-statement sizoshintsha lapha i-statement siyashintsha. But mina the only thing I want to know ukuthi ngicela ukuthi asitshele ukuthi lama balance wakudala ebesirojwa kuwo ene namanje asa exista wona uzowakhansela na ukuthi let us start it down sonke sikale phansi. So lento eyenzakalayo lento ekhona manje njengoba siphuma la singeke sithi sijajuliswa ukuthi wehlisile kancane ukhuphulile kancane, but the only thing sisakule situation esikuyo ngoba because khona izindlu ne as for now ne ngicela ukutshela as I speak now ne kunendlu emfiyaneni abantwana bakhona bana 16 years abazali beshonile, akunamlilo akuna next. So uma uvela kuvela umuntu siyasibona kuvona abantu bepolitiki kuphela babatshela ukuthi siyabuya kuphela.
Okay, Baba, thank you very much for time. Let me get a word with the lady over here, Jokomane. My sister, are you happy or not happy? What is it that stood out for you? What is it that was not mentioned by the mayor that she ought to have mentioned, if at all she did not mention it?
Okay, la aki happy as such. Well, udi buile ntho tse ngata tse ne re laka tsona. But now ntho e re kopang hore a re letse yona with immediate effect. Re kopa hore a laetele dintho tse disconnected. Yet because batho ha bana mollo. And askebe ba batla di tšhelete tsa di arrangement. Ha rena tsone tšhelete tsa arrangement batho ha ba sebetse. Re kopa fela a re thuse ka eo ya hore a laetele batho ba le hore ba disconnected mollo. Okay, thank you
very much for time. Basically, the lady there saying the issue of connecting the disconnected houses, that's the most important thing they would want to see happening currently as people are living after listening to the mayor's speech. The stands are relatively empty now. The mayor is still over there. We'll take a walk and see if we can try and join in the mayor. But basically, the mayor has made promises that some of the issues that have been raised by community members will be attended to, the issue of indigent policy, the issue of reconnecting those houses that were disconnected. Some of the things she said will be looked at because they will need time and more resources. However, for the time being, she has apologized for not coming to Thembisa earlier to address unhappy residents. The Thembisa area has been on shutdown. 4 people lost their lives, and the mayor has said, well, all of that, she apologizes for not coming to this area on time to address the residents. But this is the situation around here with heavy security around the mayor and the executive of Ekurhuleni.
Siphamandla, as a start though, were you aware of the program flow for today? Because some would have expected that beyond her address, as is what we've seen of late, that when there's some sort of an imbizo where officials are going to address community members, we have the dignitaries addressing the community. Then after that, the community gives them feedback so that they refine whatever it is that was being offered on the table. Were you aware of the program only entailing her addressing the community members with no feedback from the community members themselves?
Before I answer that, let me try and see if we can listen into the mayor here.
During the Thembisa address?
Yes, look, we are going to set a task team up because we see that it will be flaring up now everywhere, and it's exactly the same issues as what we have discussed here today and addressed here today. So a task team will definitely be set up. There are processes, like I say, when memorandums come to the office, there is already a team that takes that, they already start investigating it, and then the mayoral committee members go out and give a feedback session. It is vitally important that councillors are included. It is vitally important that they give the message of the city, and not just the city, but policies, inform their residents, and that is why I have had discussions with the Speaker, because it falls under the legislature, and he has committed that there will be vigorous training not only for ward committee members, but also to get the ward committees up off the ground. There were a lot of ward committees who were not established, and he will, as far as I know now, he's established all of them in Thembisa, but now we need to train the ward committee members, because as soon as they are a ward committee member, they have also got a responsibility in assisting by feeding out information to community.
Lastly, Mayor, where is the police that allegedly shot at the community members?
That is an IPID issue. I don't do the investigation. That will be given to us on feedback.
Thank you so much.
Well, it's the mayor of Ekurhuleni, Tanya Campbell, concluding her briefing after engaging with members of the community here. So for her, it's a wrap for now, and community members have left. Some of them have really said that they are pleased with what she has said. Others are unhappy with what she has said. So to get back to your question, as we stay on the visuals of the mayor living here under heavy security, to answer your question about the order of proceedings today, we were not aware as to how it was going to play out. Personally, I did not see the official program as to how the mayor was going to address, and then after that what was going to happen. But the structure of this engagement has been very brief. The mayor addressing, and then people listening. After that, everyone leaving. I'm not sure, but I think the mayor is going inside the police's eNCA van from Ekurhuleni, or she will go and just bought her own car because of security here. It's been, we have seen some members of the mayoral committee arriving here, being ushered in by the police's eNCAs. So in terms of people engaging with the mayor, I did not see that being part of the program, which we're unable to see. The way it's been structured, this was as if the mayor was going to come in, address, after addressing, and then just leave. That's it. And it's been a very brief program here. Not too many speakers on the podium, just program director, the priest who prayed, and then after that the mayor who took to the podium to address and outline how she plans to change some of the things that community members were complaining about that they had raised. And then after that it was just over like that. So the mayor says there will be a continuous engagement with community members on some of the outstanding issues that are not resolved. She did say it will take some time to resolve some of the issues. However, the immediate task is to reconnect those houses that had their electricity cut out, and then after that they will deal with long-standing issues on the issue of alleged crime, corruption and bribery by the officials. The mayor outlining that she would like to see more action being taken there in dealing with those who rip off the people of Thembisa. Earlier on, I spoke to her before the start of the program. She told me that in terms of the extent of the damage, for now they've quantified it around 35 million rand following the protest, which saw 4 people losing their lives at the damage to public and private property in Thembisa. So that's it for now here in Thembisa. The program is over, very brief. The mayor delivered her address to community members, some of them happy, others unhappy.
But insofar as community members are concerned, just before we close this session of Siphamandla, there's been mixed reaction. It seems there are those that are willing to give her a chance and basically saying at this point they're indifferent. They're not particularly happy or particularly sad. This was their first encounter or engagement with the mayor. They're just yet to see that actually what she has promised will in fact be implemented. What else are you getting on the ground?
Well, the issue here is really, issues are not as simple as many people will think. So there are immediate challenges that people have been complaining about. Others are complaining about the issue of the billing system. Others are complaining about the issue of their bills being mixed, water, electricity, and just, they say they want those separated. And others are complaining about the indigent policy. under the city of Ekurhuleni. So the mayor saying the short-term challenges will be addressed. They will split the issue of the billing system, they will separate it, and then others are saying, well, hang on, but there are other issues that we've been complaining about for years. And to be fair, some of those issues that have been raised were under the ANC-led city of Ekurhuleni, not the current administration. So the mayor saying, well, she will be addressing some of those issues that are long-standing, that have not been past. So community members saying they will give her benefit of the doubt and then they would wait and see what happens, but saying if nothing happens, they will come back and intensify their protest action. But for now, they'll have to wait because the mayor has given time frames and deadlines. She has said some of the issues will be addressed within 3 months, which is 90 days if I'm not mistaken. Others will be addressed immediately. There will be ongoing consultation with stakeholders and coalition partners. As you know, that the city of Ekurhuleni is governed by a coalition agreement between a number of political parties. As the mayor, as the executive mayor of Ekurhuleni, Tanya Campbell, leaves Thembisa after addressing community members who have brought this area of Thembisa to a grinding halt, complaining about basic services.
All right, Siphamandla, thank you very much for that report. That senior reporter, Siphamandla Goge, out in Thembisa, where Tanya Campbell, the mayor, has concluded that address with community members who had a number of complaints, among them being the combination of the rates and taxes as well as the electricity bill. But she has committed to resolve some of those issues. The ones that can be resolved in the short term will most certainly be resolved, and those in the long term will take up to 90 days. But of course, there will be consultation